Hey there, it's Ryan Osborne, thanking you for joining us here on the Coaches Show. This week, Kaleb Ramos is going to join me in just a second. Got to catch up with one of the most unappreciated groups in all of athletics, regardless of what level you're thinking of. Now, we have some interviews coming up for you in just a couple of moments with athletic trainers from Fullerton College, but we also have an update on how Fullerton College athletics is doing as a whole this last week. All that and more right here on the Coaches Show.
Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Kaleb Ramos and I'm here with co-head athletic trainer Sandra Harris. Sandra, great to have you.
Thank you so much.
Obviously we're here at the baseball game today. What does kind of your day-to-day look like when there is a game going on?
So the best part about being an athletic trainer is I never know what is going to happen during the day. For a game day, it's not always the same. Today I was in the athletic training clinic earlier in the day, and then now I'm out at the game. Rule of thumb, you actually never want to turn your back to a game. However, I do have some eyes watching out for me, since an injury can happen at any time.
Speaking of treatments, what is your favorite treatment to administer? Now, obviously, we never want to get somebody injured, but if you had to pick one that you like doing more than the others, what would it be?
You know, lately, there's a lot of different interventions that we can do. Lately, I've been really focusing on neuromechanics of hamstring injuries, or like soft tissue injuries in general. After you get injured, your body changes the movement pattern. So it's really important to take a look at those instead of just having a one-size-fits-all rehabilitation protocol. It's really important to look at, okay, if we have an ankle sprain, does this person have pain? Do they have lack of range of motion? Are they dealing with a muscle inhibition that we have to address? So I really like to create a problem list and then individualize it for each person. So especially with those neuromechanics of that hamstring that I was talking about, I really like to look at if they have a altered hamstring activity and how we can address that.
How did you start on your journey to becoming an athletic trainer?
Great question. I actually didn't know what an athletic trainer was before. Just making sure. I actually didn't know what an athletic trainer was before. So I was actually watching, I was out at a football practice and someone got injured and someone ran out there, and I had no idea who that was or what that was. So immediately I looked up who are the people who go and have immediate care for athletes, and overwhelming answer, athletic trainers. So I changed my major and here I am.
How did you end up here at Fullerton College specifically?
So that's also a funny story. I actually reached out to Juan. He was on the scholarship committee. I had applied for a scholarship and I had been awarded the scholarship. And then at conferences, I kept seeing Juan and I kept seeing him, and I said he would always say hi to me. And so I was just looking for a community college job. I cold called him and I said, "Hey, do you have any openings?" And I sent him my resume and sent him my cover letter, and he said, "Actually, yeah, we do." So I joined as a part-time for a couple years, and then I got some experience full-time, came back, and here I am full-time.
Speaking of kind of that general story, we're coming fresh off of Athletic Trainer Appreciation Month back in March. Mm-hmm. And we noticed all of the little thank you notes from all of the athletes in the athletic training room. What does that kind of mean to you, knowing that you helped all of those people in that way?
You know, I think you don't really realize on a day-to-day basis how much of an impact you're making, but when you step back and you see all those thank you notes, and it kind of puts a visual for how much of an impact that we've made. So it's really special to me.
Great. Thank you so much for interviewing with us today. We'll let you get back to your job. And great to have you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I am here with head athletic trainer for the Fullerton College Hornets, Juan Cuevas. Juan, great to have you again. What is your favorite part of being an athletic trainer?
Well, I'm co-head athletic trainer. There's three of us. I want to make sure I say that first. The favorite part of being an athletic trainer is being able to help my athletes, developing good relationship with my athletes, and lastly, being able to teach the younger generation of athletic trainers what this job is all about.
We're coming fresh off of Athletic Trainer Appreciation Month in March, and you also did win the 3C ATA Special Service Award for being an outstanding athletic trainer. What does that mean to you, that kind of recognition?
It means a lot. It's rewarding. I'm eternally grateful, of course. It's a special service award because we are trying to put out good content for athletic training. So I'm the head of social media for the CCC ATA. And so I try to put out as much content with regards to what we do at the community college level, not only at Fullerton College, because I definitely try to promote Fullerton College as much as I can with our full call athletic training IG page, but also with what happens throughout the entire state. So whatever's happening up north, I try to promote that, and we've gotten pretty good involvement and engagement to where I believe when we first opened it, we had a handful of followers, and I think it has over 500 now. So it's good stuff.
Be sure to go check out and follow their Instagram page as well as ours. What is kind of your best story when it comes to your time here at Fullerton College and being an athletic trainer?
There's a couple. One for sure that comes to mind in 2009, my coworker found a downed athlete in the parking lot, and he had no pulse. So then my coworker started CPR, and they summoned me to bring out the AED, and got placed us in a good place, right place at the right time, and we were able to bring him back with an AED. I was able to push that button to shock him back to rhythm, and he woke up 3 days later, not knowing where he was. So he was basically pretty much back to normal. Best part of that story, not only that, of course, that he came back to life, but I was able to attend his wedding in May.
That's cool.
Yeah, this last summer. So that was incredible. And of course, all the other ones too, with that is, being able to get kids back from severe injury, season-ending injury to, back to play. One of our basketball players this year, last summer, I want to say it was May. He ended up having a severe leg injury. He was told he was going to be out for about 6 to 9 months. And with the hard work that he put in, with the guidance that we gave him, we were able to get him back within 4.5, I believe. And he was a huge part of our winning season that we got to the final, the CCC AA final in basketball.
What would be your advice to someone looking to become an athletic trainer or even start on that road here at Fullerton College?
Definitely interview different people because different athletic trainers have different views of what their job is and how they've gone throughout their career. And definitely get experience. Figure out a way to volunteer. Figure out a way to be a fly on the wall to start to see how it is. Definitely here, if you come to Fullerton College, we offer a sports medicine class. It's prevention and care of athletic injuries, P236. Sandra Harris's husband, Randy, teaches that class, so I definitely recommend you taking that class. But a lot of it has to do with doing your research because it is a master's degree, a master's program. So, even if you're at the junior college level, you have to work your way up to that. But at the same time, it's good to have that good experience, a good foundation. And at the same time, volunteering at different places. That way you see how it is at the junior college level. If you're able to volunteer at a high school level, some people allow you to volunteer at physical therapy clinics. So getting a good array of experience in that regard, that way you know exactly what you're getting into.
What kind of got you into being an athletic trainer?
Well, in high school I took a class. Actually, Bill Chambers was my athletic trainer was named after Bill Chambers, Hall of Fame legendary athletic trainer. And he spoke my freshman year about what he did for a living, and I loved everything he had to say about it. But I couldn't do anything until my senior year because that's when he offered an ROP class, a night class. And I was able to take that class and loved it. He taught me he was teaching us special tests for injuries, and I was able to, correctly diagnose my cousin with a meniscus tear. So after that, I said, I'm doing this for the rest of my life. and that was my senior year. And then I spoke with Bill Chambers, told him what happened. So he invited me to come over and be his intern the following year when I enrolled here at Fullerton College. And I've kind of been doing it ever since, really. And I've loved every minute of it.
Great. Thank you so much for the interview, and congratulations on your award again.
Anytime. Go Hornets.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Kaleb Ramos here with Lorena Tarnay, the third co-head athletic trainer for Fullerton College. Thank you for joining us today.
Of course, thanks for having me.
What kind of stuff goes on in the day-to-day life of an athletic trainer?
Oh man, I think that being an athletic trainer is about being adaptable. So every day is a little bit different. I think most of us chose the profession because we don't like the same thing every day. So on any given day, I could be doing a lot of like ankle evals. The next day, someone could come in because they got hit in the face and have it all bloody. Somebody could come in and ask for emergency assistance because somebody collapsed. Or I could have just an easy day and watch some sports. So every day is a little bit different. But basically, a day in the life here at Fullerton College is we're either covering practices, working in the clinic, or covering games.
Right. What's your favorite kind of story that you have from being an athletic trainer here at Fullerton College?
Well, I started having a passion for athletic training when I entered my junior college. So when I went to Santa Rosa Junior College, the first day I took a class, Intro to Athletic Training. The athletic trainer walked in and he was this very loud, passionate man, and he told me about a profession I'd never known about. So our men's soccer team the last couple of years has gone up to Santa Rosa Junior College. So last year, over my birthday weekend, I got to travel with my men's soccer team, so I got to watch some great soccer. I got to kind of go back to my origin story, like where it all began, and saw the athletic training room that I first learned about athletic training and had a passion for. So that was great. We beat Santa Rosa. I'm sorry to my alma mater. And then we went and to a place where there was just a bunch of food trucks and there was great music. So my birthday weekend, watching soccer, tacos, and dancing. It was a great memory because it was not just about the game and not just about athletic training, but it was about like a very personalized trip, I feel like.
You already talked about how you got into being an athletic trainer in general. How did you come to be here at Fullerton College?
I'm from a small town, Mount Shasta, California, and I always joke with everybody that I eased my way into like the Los Angeles, Orange County area. I went to Santa Rosa Junior College, and then I went to Cal Poly SLO for my undergrad, and then finally made my way down to Cal State Long Beach for my master's in sports psychology. And then I worked my way over to Chapman University, and I was at Chapman University for 8 years as an assistant athletic trainer, and then the opportunity came about to be like a co-head, and I felt like I had kind of like grown out of just being an assistant. I wanted to make some decisions, be a mover and a shaker. I had known Juan from just being an athletic trainer and our various networking.
Do you have any advice for someone who is looking to start out on their athletic training journey?
I think the biggest thing is it takes a certain person to be like a good athletic trainer. There's a high burnout in our profession, so you have to understand that you're going to give a lot to the profession, whether it's like just scheduling, kind of on your own time. You're going to get random text messages. Like I said, it's about being adaptable. You never know what the day is going to bring. So I always tell people who are interested in this, you're going to want an undergraduate degree in kinesiology, but during your undergraduate, come and do some observation hours and see what we do, pick our brains, and kind of see whether or not it just fits with like kind of your plan and your personality. So.
Do you have any advice for athletes who are looking to either recover from an injury or hopefully prevent future injuries?
That's a great question. I always tell people like to listen to their bodies, because before there was doctors and athletic trainers, people would kind of just listen to their bodies and did what their bodies told them to do, and they healed just fine without the modern medicine. So listening to your body, having patience, and just understanding that if you can put the work in now and get the injury behind you, you don't have to have it like linger. You might be able to get back quicker, but getting back and staying in the game is much more important than getting back quick.
All right. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you have a great day.
Thanks, Caleb.
Of course.
You just heard from both Kaleb Ramos and Lorena just a few moments ago, giving us a little bit more of an insight on what it means to be an athletic trainer, not just at Fullerton College, but in general as well. Now, we do want to thank all three co-head athletic trainers for Fullerton College, Sandra, Lorena, and Juan, for joining us here on the Coaches Show this week. And we want to once again thank them for all the work that they do with each of these student athletes. Now, before we get on out of here, I want to remind you that if you want to stay up to date with the athletics program, go to fchornets.com, take a look at the webpage. You can see every schedule, every roster, and every bit of stats as well. Now, if you want to watch or listen, I should say, to each of these interviews in their entirety without any of the cuts, go to our Spotify page. You can hear each of these three interviews that you just saw a few moments ago with each of the three co-head athletic trainers, and you can listen to them in depth and in their entirety. Now, as we get on out of here, we want to thank Kaleb Ramos for joining us here just a few moments ago. My name is Ryan Osborne. You have been watching The Coaches Show on Hornet Radio.